This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. So just like you, he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. KFI AM 640, it's Conway Show. I'm sorry, Mark. I didn't mean to interrupt you with the show. What were you saying? What were you saying?
I was saying I'm
how your podcast is kicking out?
I'm awestruck by you and the job you do here.
Okay. Okay. Mark was telling me how great his podcast is at The Mark Thompson Show.
I was saying you
gained 10,000 viewers in one day. That's huge.
I was saying we're doing well. We gained, with the 10,000 more subscribers. In my little world.
That's a lot.
It's like a small business that I run.
Buddy, that's a lot.
So I have to obsess on it.
10,000 is a lot, I'm telling you.
Thank you.
Is.
So we're up to 63,000 subscribers. They're on YouTube, which is kind of
you started at zero.
Yeah, we did. And, so it's one of those things. So when Tim and I are talking about things as we prepare to go on, that was one of the things we touched on. I said,
That's right.
So it was quite a day.
Yeah,
so.
it was unbelievable. All right.
What's happening? Jay Leno's coming?
Jay Leno's coming in. Bellio, how did that all happen with Jay Leno coming in?
So he called the hotline, and he is hosting a charity event for the Children's Burn Center, and he asked if he could come on the show and promote it, and of course he can. And I said, come on in. Mark will be in with Tim tonight. It'll be fun. And he said, oh, okay, that sounds great.
Oh, that's great.
So I think he said in the 4 o'clock hour.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Right? Ding dong.
I think so.
All right, we'll wait for Jay Leno. By the way, last night I was... woken or awakened, and I thought there was an earthquake. I didn't know what was going on. It was the wind. Again with this wind.
Yeah.
When is this going to stop?
I don't know. I haven't really looked at anything, but you're looking at me when you're asking that. That's
Buddy, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. You gave me the hot tip, which you gave everybody, which is... get yourself a humidifier.
That's right.
So I did.
Oh, good.
I got the humidifier.
Where'd you go?
It arrived. I went just online, and I bought one. I already have one. I don't use it, though. So I got another one that I still haven't taken out of the box. But I do have it in the house. Now, you probably meant, use it, fill it up.
That's right. Yeah,
so you said, get yourself a humidifier.
I got another tip for you.
Yeah.
And for people who have a humidifier, it's a game changer. Crozier, do you have a humidifier?
I do.
Okay. I'm gonna lay a game changer on you with the humidifier. I know it sounds like we're about to move into hospice, with our humidifiers and our hospital beds and our heart monitors.
Right.
The heart monitor is keeping me up at night. Right.
But here it is. 2 words for you that are going to change your life with that humidifier: distilled water. That's it.
Yeah, you don't want to use it right out of the tap.
Don't ever use tap water.
Why?
Because the chlorine and the elements and the impurities in the tap water will make your entire room all caked with a white foam.
Yeah,
with
the
a
white
film.
residue.
Yeah.
Wow, is that right?
Oh, yeah. You'll feel it and see it everywhere.
A lot of especially the newer humidifiers, which I just bought one this weekend at Costco, by the way.
Oh, I saw that one. It was like a 2-gallon upright one?
Yes.
Oh, buddy, I'm all over that one.
Kick ass, dude.
Yes.
But a lot of those new ones now, they come with the little sort of tablets that you put in there that are supposed to help with that.
That's right.
But like you, I am an absolute proponent of the distilled water.
So
I went
you
and
go
bought
to
6 big jugs of them.
Oh, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
I
getting
did the
at.
same
You got to
thing.
buy them at the store.
They're about $1.20 at Walmart.
Yeah.
Another thing about that humidifier you got at Costco, it's a top loader.
Yes.
You pour it right in the top.
Yeah.
The other ones you had to take the tank off and then flip it over.
You can still do that, but yes, it's got that removable sort of cover. And yes, absolutely.
You had to be like a magician to use the old ones. You know, flip them over and pull the paper out. Like, hey, there you go.
They were about as difficult as like changing the 5-gallon one at work without spilling anything.
Exactly. Yeah. And somebody's hand always went in there to hold the water back. Yes. You know, the big 5-gallon.
That's right.
Like, who's going to do that today? I don't know. I think it's Steph Oosh is doing it today. Okay, all right. He's going to put his hand in there, right? He's going to grab it by the top, hold of his hand, and then pull his hand out real quick. And all of his hand is in that water. All of it. And we drank it. We happily drank it, you know, because that was the best water around.
Sure.
Enjoyed it, right? But I don't know anybody that still gets the Sparkletts delivered, you know, the 5-gallon. Yeah. Do you?
I never see any trucks at all.
I don't either. What happened? That business dry up with the filters?
I still get it.
You get the 5 gallons?
I know. I get the big one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think it's 5 gallons.
Is that? Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's 40 pounds.
Right.
You bust your back doing it.
It's incredibly heavy.
Yeah.
And I get the glass bottle.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So
what does this do? The glass bottle without water in it's heavy as hell.
It's 40 pounds without water.
No,
it's like 80 pounds.
It's not heavy as hell without water.
Where would you buy the Brady House?
Where
do you live in?
There's no question that glass bottles are better than plastic bottles for water.
Sure. I guarantee you're 100% right.
Yeah. So that's all I do is I just make sure that it's glass.
You ever seen one of those Arrowhead or Sparkletts guy shatter a glass bottle in the street?
No.
It goes into 1 trillion pieces.
I'll bet.
And guess what he does? Gone. I've seen it before.
Well, now that you know,
he does not take time to bring out a broom and whisk that up.
Yeah, I wouldn't think
he's gone.
No.
And whoever runs over it, that's the guys who it dissipates after a while. You know, it just gets crushed into such small pieces.
When they first brought the water to me, they brought me 8 bottles of.
When they brought it to you, did you have a crown on and a cape?
Yeah,
you're sitting on a throne when they brought you the water up to the hills.
Look, it's
their head.
Have you are they knighted before they enter your castle?
When they first delivered the damn water,
to walk and look at your face.
They delivered the damn water. I got the 8 bottles and this dispenser thing. So then he said, "No problem. I'm your guy, Johnny. I'll be delivering it." I said, "Great, Johnny." I give him a tip and all. And then he said, "Just leave your bottles, the empties out here. When I come in, I'll replace your empties." And so first time I leave the empties out, and what do they leave outside? 8 more bottles. I don't need 8. I don't have 8 empties. I have like 2 empties. Okay. So now I have, what would be 6 bottles plus 8 more bottles, all right? And then the next, I'm thinking, they just screwed it up. You know what I mean? I even text him. I say, "Hey, Johnny, I don't know what happened, but I think I got too many, I got so many bottles of water." And as you say, they're a jillion pounds to lift them and move them. So then the next time, it's 2 weeks later, I leave 3 bottles out, and 8 more bottles are there. This is not an exaggeration. I've got a garage filled. So then I call the home ship, the mother ship, and I say, "Hey, there's been an issue here because they keep dropping 8 bottles of water off, and I've got I've got like 24 bottles of water in my garage." And they said, "Oh, I'm going to put you down for The guy said,
9.
"Yeah, put me down for whatever, but no more bottles of water for a long time." So now I just leave them out there and they collect.
My bottle's coming right up, sir. Thank you, Click.
But Dr. What's her name? Lucy Jones.
Sure.
Dr. Lucy Jones said when the big one hits, and by the way, she and I agree, when the big one hits, nobody will say, "Hey, is this the big one?" Nobody.
It'll be
not
obvious.
one person in LA will ask, "Hey, is this the big one?" No, everyone will be very, very acutely aware that they're in the middle of it. It's going to last for 100 seconds. Buildings falling, houses falling, cars flipping, fires, 100 seconds of radical this building moving where you can't walk in it anymore because you're hitting the walls. So she said for 6 months after that earthquake, 0 water will be available. Drinking, shampooing, showering, any bathing, all that crap is over. At least 6 months of no water. So I would keep those water bottles.
Wow, that's concerning.
I'd keep those water bottles. Those
6
are going to be
months. I mean, this is when you turn to government to work things out.
Buddy, these water mains in LA are breaking when somebody drives over them in a weird way.
Yeah. I mean, there are emergency strategies in place, aren't there, Tim?
She said there aren't. She said there'll be so many people. The aqueducts will all break, and so that water will just go all over the desert. And there's no contingency plan for it. There's none.
Wow.
So you've got to get water. Go out and buy yourselves, 10, 15, 20 gallons of water, distilled preferably. Keep that in the garage because you're going to need it. It's going to be worth its weight in gold when the big one hits. And the big one, it's on its way. May not be here today or tomorrow or next year or the year after, but it's going to happen. And it's coming. All right, we're live. It's Conway and Thompson. Jay Leno's coming on with us. That's kind of cool. That's very cool, actually. Mark said it's kind of cool. I correct him. No, it's very cool, Mark.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
The FAA, a warning. Don't go to Haiti. Don't fly over Haiti. And if you do, don't fly over Haiti on less than 10,000 feet or you'll have your pilot's license taken from you.
Wow.
Because these guys were shooting.
Yeah, that seems bad.
At the plane. I don't think they understand public relations there on the island because that's not good.
You're saying it's been a rough period already, and this should really be.
And why would you shoot at people that are coming to either spend money or bring? Anyone that goes to Haiti is bringing stuff for somebody else.
Yeah, I mean,
because they know they're going to a poor country. They're bringing either money or material or gifts or something.
Yeah, it's for the most part humane relief, I would say.
Right, they're not coming to Haiti to get rich.
Sure.
And they're coming to bring stuff. And you shoot at the airplanes? It's wild.
Well, they've descended in Haiti. The streets are ruled by all these militias, and there's corruption. It's been that way for 40 years.
It's been that way for a long time. I think they really got rattled with that earthquake.
Oh my God, yes,
that
absolutely
killed a lot of people, and it was horrible. Then they had tremendous corruption in the government.
Oh, exactly.
And now it's being run by gangs. So here's the latest reason why it's tough to get in there.
The FAA has issued an order to all air, it's called a notice to air missions, used to be called a notice to all airmen, a notice to air mission prohibiting any U.S. airline from flying over Haiti below 10,000 feet. Obviously, that means you're not going to be able to land or take off from Port-au-Prince.
Yeah, thanks for putting that together for us.
Obviously, that means you're not going to be able to land or take off from Port-au-Prince. The FAA ordering all U.S. airlines to fly above 10,000 feet.
So how do you get into the country? You got to go to Puerto Rico and then jump the wall? Or get through the wall somehow? Don't they split an island with Puerto Rico? Is that right? Or no, Dominican Republic, isn't it?
Haiti is its own, isn't it its own island?
No, it's not. It's split an island with Dominican Republic or... I think it's Dominican Republic. They own half the island, and Haiti owns the other half. And there's a wall there you cannot get across. There's a wall there that's impenetrable. You're not going to get across that wall.
You're absolutely right. I'm so sure. Yeah. Where's Port? Oh, hang on a second. Okay, yeah.
Hispaniola is the island that both of them share.
Right, and
Puerto Rico is just to the east.
Huh. Right, but it's Dominican Republic that owns the other half of that island.
Right. But the whole island is named Hispaniola. Yeah.
Ah, all right. Well, Angel, you been there? You seem like a traveler.
I have not.
Okay.
Because of these two incidents yesterday, we had that Spirit Airlines flight hit by gunfire as it was coming into land at Port-au-Prince Airport. And then separately, we learned overnight a JetBlue flight taking off from Port-au-Prince was also hit by gunfire.
2 planes shot at and hit. It's very hard to hit an airplane with a gun. Very, very difficult.
Well, it must not be as hard as you thought it was.
They're going 180 to 200 miles an hour when they land, and they're moving pretty rapidly. It's tough to get that close. Bullets are, I don't know. It's tough. I think the guy's a good shot.
Oh, you're giving the guy credit.
I am. I am. It's very difficult.
I hadn't heard that angle.
You got to lead that plane. You can't just shoot at the plane. It'll be gone by the time that bullet gets there. You got to lead it.
Thankfully, nobody was wounded. We did have one flight attendant who received a minor injury. We do not believe she was shot. But as a result of these two incidents, we'd already had the airlines that service Port-au-Prince canceling their flights.
How quiet. It went to land in Port-au-Prince, right, which is the capital of Haiti. They go to land, they touch down, shot, bang, bang, bang. The whole cabin gets lit up with bullets, and they take off again, and they go land in Dominican Republic. How quiet is the flight from Haiti, 20 minutes to the Dominican Republic? Quiet.
Yeah.
Quiet. Because people are like, did we just get shot? We just got shot at?
That's lucky that you see the bullet penetrated the plane and didn't...
It didn't hit the fuel. All you do is hit the wing. That's where all the fuel is.
Gosh.
Could have blown up.
Into and out of the city, and now a formal order from the FAA ordering U.S. airlines for 30 days do not fly below 10,000 feet because of the risk and the danger. Captain John Cox, our NBC News aviation analyst, talked about the risk that this gunfire posed to these planes.
Oh, I like this guy. This guy, Captain Cox, is one of we used to have him on like 10 or 15 years ago. He was great. He knows everything about aviation. Captain Cox is awesome.
This crew and these passengers were very fortunate that luck prevailed and nobody in the airplane was injured and that the airplane wasn't more critically damaged. This could have gone very badly.
Yeah, bottom line, as you suggested, Haiti is really being ravaged by gang violence right now. There is a very small contingent of police from Kenya trying to establish order on the ground. They've only got 430 officers. They need many more than that, according to most observers. There is discussion about expanding that under the UN mandate, but the United States right now is paying for those Kenyan police officers. And it's not at all clear whether that will continue under the Trump administration.
Wow.
Beyond that Kenyan police force is outnumbered and outgunned.
How about that, where the Kenyans are coming in to keep the peace?
Yeah.
You got to fly these guys from Africa to come over and keep everybody, under control.
So this is a very dangerous situation on the ground, essentially lawlessness with violent gangs in control.
Mm. And they speak French, don't they, in Haiti?
Oh, I don't know.
So my point is, so you bring in Kenyans, and I don't know that they speak French. I mean, there's a whole...
Don't you bring French, Creole, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Don't you bring in the French Kenyans?
Well, if there are any French Kenyans, I guess you bring them in.
But why do the Kenyans have to come over and do that? Why don't the Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico or United States or somebody a little closer to the game?
I think probably there are 10-foot pole marks all over Haiti. I don't think anybody wants to go in there. I mean, I really think so. I mean, there are some relief agencies, and even many of them have now shied away because of what you're talking about, the gang violence.
But physically, have you ever seen Haiti? It's beautiful.
Is it?
Yeah. White sand beaches. Unbelievable. It is.
No, I'm just, it's going to be a while before they can take advantage of the beauty and the tourism.
That's right.
I'm just saying.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
Mark Thompson is here. Always nice to see you, dude.
Thank you, my friend.
We have not had you on since the election has called. What's the vibe that you're feeling?
It's a tricky time moving forward. The people have spoken.
Yeah.
But did
you get a lot of depressed people on your program, on your podcast?
I got a lot of emails, people saying they didn't know what to do, that they feel disheartened. They feel they didn't know their country, their own country. I heard a lot of that. I heard a lot of breakdown as to what do
you think happened?
I think that the GOP and Donald Trump, but really the GOP, effectively messaged around a handful of things, and they just really communicated on the wedge issue. They made the trans thing a big deal. They put here's the best summary. I mentioned this on my show, so it's kind of fresh in mind. The best summary is in one spot, which I thought was genius. It was a Trump spot. It was genius. It ran through football like crazy. That's the reason I remember it. It was this woman, a shot of Kamala Harris, wants to use your tax dollars, to give prisoners who are illegal immigrants transition surgery. I forget what they actually and then it finished with he's not they, she's they, them. He is, what is it?
Right.
You or whatever. I thought, oh my God, it's perfect. I mean, it's a perfect commercial. It's everything that the libs are accused of, right? They're accused of the.
And she's sitting there admitting she's going to do it.
Yeah, it's right. There was a little clip from her having admitted it.
Right.
So I just felt in that one commercial was everything that I felt people spark to, which is a pushback on some of that cultural wedge stuff, which is associated with, political correctness and just the left going too far. And so I think there was a lot of that underpinning it. I really do.
I wrote down over the last couple of months, just because I'm bored to death, what they accused Donald Trump of, and he still won. Okay. Do you want me to read you the list?
Sure.
Okay. They called him the following, right? Racist, sexist, anti-women, anti-immigrant, anti-trans, Hitler-loving, anti-science, anti-climate, anti-vaccine, bigoted, anti-higher education, anti-electric vehicle, anti-solar, anti-news, anti-newspaper, pro-gun, too masculine, anti-recycling, garbage burner, pro-electoral college, anti-popular vote, anti-statehood for D.C., Puerto Rico, pro-hunting, pro-fishing, pro-Israel, favors oil drilling, anti-clean water, anti-welfare, anti-gay, anti-abortion, pro-police, meat lover, anti-tax, pro-death penalty, pro-religion, favors a single national anthem, anti-pro-choice, pro-life, same thing, American flag supporting, pro-national anthem, anti-queer, favor women only in sports, pro-beer drinker, anti-government, anti-FEMA, violent sports lover, the boxing, MMA, and all that stuff, and supports off-roading in the deserts.
Well, you really padded that out.
That's in the articles that they accused them of.
I get it, but when you say like something about beer or something about meat and stuff,
right.
you're just
those are all from the internet.
You're padding your part. My God, I was trying to have a real conversation with you, and you're just throwing all this crap at me. Yeah.
Well, the pro
MMA, like there are no libs at an MMA at a cage match. Please,
there are. Yeah. That's a predominantly Republican sport.
That's absurd.
That's not true.
I used to go there all the time with my live buddies.
He walked into that arena and he got a standing ovation.
Sure, he's a big deal. He's Donald Trump. He's an American folk hero, and he is celebrated by a lot of people. And Joe Rogan and that. Don't get me wrong. That part of the spectrum of supporters is really fervent. But that doesn't mean that liberals or whatever it is, the left doesn't.
I'm just telling you that's what they called him.
Yeah, they didn't.
I can support everything I just said.
They called him a handful of things. I don't want to go straight through it, but I
left off the most severe ones like rapists and
I felt you threw in a couple that were not so severe. You did pad it up. Look, I get the point. There's a difference.
But okay, here's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he's been accused of all that, and yet he still won. That's odd.
Yeah, but again, some of the accusations and some of those early on in your list, I thought really did land cleanly. I thought they were just stupid. And by the way, there are plenty on the left who think it's stupid too. Like there are a bunch of us on the left who don't feel. I say us. I'm a tree hugger. Okay, I'm tough on law and order. I'm pro cop. I'm a bunch of stuff that is just law and order. But if you lean left, it doesn't mean that you support this defund the police crap or whatever. These are things that just became.
I'm not saying that you are the opposite of all these. I'm just saying this is what they've accused him of.
Sure,
but also, it's not only this, but when he said 2 weeks ago that FEMA wasn't doing their job, and a lot of people got pissed off at FEMA with the hurricane that hit Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and then everybody a lot of people in the press said he's crazy and shouldn't do that. You shouldn't get down on FEMA. They're doing their job. They are blind when it comes to who you vote for. And then literally a week or less than a week after the election, there's a woman who just got fired from FEMA by telling her employees to avoid going to homes and giving them any kind of relief if they have a Trump sign outside their home.
Right.
And just that little tiny piece of information like that makes what he said valid, even though it probably wasn't.
Sure. And what he was saying was that the government is coming to repossess your home, and they're going to take your belongings because they need to make budget for FEMA. They resell those. I mean, that's an awful thing to say as well. So there was a lot of bad information, and he was a source of a lot of it as well.
Right.
I mean, like the dogs and cats thing. I mean, it was just crazy. It's sad that at the end there's just so much slinging that
I think a lot of people are surprised he won.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Certainly,
I think he's surprised.
Certainly, the popular vote. I think that was the thing that really flattens everybody who was trying to look at this election and to see which way it was going.
Yeah.
So.
I think it was a wild election.
That's for sure.
Wild 2 years. All right, it's over.
And
now.
an expensive election. I mean, imagine spending that kind of money on both sides.
Right, and now he'll go to Washington. He'll warm up to the left. He'll center himself and run the.
I wouldn't count on that.
You don't think that's going to happen?
The whole government is getting blown out unless they have the loyalty pledge.
All right.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
We're waiting for Jay Leno.
Yeah, Jay Leno's coming in. He's promoting an event that he's doing, I think, for free. It's the Charity for Children's Burn Center. Tough to ask for an appearance fee.
Yeah,
the Burn Center charity.
I just did a big event, and they said, "Well, how much do you charge to do it?"
Wow.
And I said, "I'm not charging you anything." I said,
really?
I said, honestly, in every instance where I've ever. They said, well, here you go. Here's a check for your services. I've always just donated it right back to the charity. I mean, that's the only thing you can do. I'm not going to walk from a charity with money.
I'm going to tell you a quick story about that. I was invited to MC and speak at the Catholic Diocese of Orange County and with Bishop Van, right? I got a call from the biggest Catholic church in Orange County. And there's going to be 1,200 people at the breakfast. They want me to MC it. And they want me to introduce Vin Scully and Patricia Heaton, two of my favorite people in the world.
Sure.
My favorite actor, Patricia Heaton. My favorite sports announcer by far, Vin Scully. And I couldn't believe it. I thought it was like a joke. Like, oh, I mean, I can't. I'd pay to do it. And the guy that set it up for me, he said, "Hey, ask for some money. Everybody's getting paid." I'm like, I don't want to ask for any money. I don't want to do that. And he goes, no. He goes, they make a lot of money on this breakfast. Ask, if there's an appearance fee.
Wait, this is a charity breakfast or not?
Yeah, well, it's a Catholic
thing, right? Yeah. Sure, Catholic charities. Okay, yeah, that's cool.
So I said to the guy, I said, hey, this is a free gig, and he goes, no, we're not paying you for this. He says, Patricia Heaton's getting paid and Vin Scully's not getting paid. I said, no, I'm sorry. So I called the guy back. I go, hey, buddy, I had a really uncomfortable conversation because of you over like appearance fee. He goes, oh, I was just kidding. I thought you would assume.
Oh, my.
He goes, I thought you would know as a Catholic you never asked for an appearance fee, you idiot.
Oh, my God.
I had that conversation with them. Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah, because there's no
oh, my God.
Well, no, that's
Patricia Heaton and Vin Scully are showing up for free, and you're a nighttime radio guy. You want the what $50? How much you need money? What's going on with you?
Oh, that's just priceless.
Brutal. Oh my God. It was so shameful. I said the rosary when I got there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I went to the
shocked
rosary.
You right back into the pews.
I had to go to confession.
Yeah. That was an honest mistake, but it's one of those situations where there's no way out of it.
Do you know what confession is? If you're the
sure,
Catholic Church,
absolutely.
You go in there in a dark room, you sit on your knees, and they open up the window, and there's a screen between you and the priest, and you have to tell the priest what an a-hole you are.
I didn't know that you're on your knees the whole time.
Yeah, you're on your knees.
Yeah, okay.
And you're asking for forgiveness for something you did. And so when I had my first confession...
How old were you for that?
I was about 9 or so.
What have you done when you're 9 that you're confessing?
A lot.
Okay.
So
you go in there with a cigarette. And then what?
I go in there, I get on my knees, and they say, bless me, Father, for I have sinned, and then here are my sins. And I couldn't think of anything. I'm 9.
Right. That's my point.
Yeah. And I said, hey, I broke my brother's arm. And the priest goes, you did what? So, yeah, I broke my brother's arm. He goes, well, an Irish accent. Yeah, obviously you didn't do it on purpose. No, I did it on purpose. I got really pissed. And I broke his arm. And he comes out of the confessional because my mom and dad are there. It's first confession and everything.
Sure.
And he can't say anything to them because there's privacy and all that crap, and it got weird, and I it was odd because that's the church that I had my first communion in later on. I was baptized at St. Mel's, and it got really odd, and I was lying about my brother's arm, and then I had to go back into confession and admit that I had lied in confession, which is a big no-no in the Catholic Church. I found out. And that was my confession, that I lied in confession.
So you manufactured a
Yes, because I didn't know. What was I supposed to do? I spilled my milk?
What was is there any protocol for saying, Father, honestly, I don't think I can't think of anything. Can you help me get to where something I might have done, how I might have transgressed against the Lord?
Not in the Catholic religion, man.
You can't say, I don't know.
You unless you're Jesus Christ.
No, you got to go in.
Sinner.
You got to go in and load it up with your sin.
But I wonder how they treat some guy. If a guy came in and goes, hey, I just killed a couple of streetwalkers last night. How does the priest not call drop a dime on the guy?
Yeah,
it's odd. It's weird.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of stuff they're not dropping a dime on the.
I get that.
Yeah.
Crozier, did you grow up Catholic?
No.
Oh, you didn't. Bellio, I know you did though, right? Bellio, you grew up Catholic. Angel, you grew up Catholic, did you? Where'd you grow up? Oh, Protestant. No, you were
Mormon, and like half my family's Mormon and the other half is Catholic.
Oh, I see. Okay, you don't have to do it. There's no equivalent to a confessional in the Mormon business.
Oh yeah, there is.
Is there? There is.
There is, but you just go into
you just write a check.
You just write a check and they give you a Coke, maybe a cup of coffee caffeine on your way out. Yeah.
Now, could you not have Coke when you were a kid?
Oh no!
No caffeine.
I didn't mean no. I couldn't have it. Yeah, I could have it.
No, but you can't. If you're a strict Mormon, you can't have caffeine.
That's right.
I don't know that it's caffeine. I was having this conversation the other day, and I think it's just like hot, dark drinks that you can't have.
Really?
So
maybe how'd they come up with that?
Yeah. I don't know. It goes back to this thing called the word of wisdom. But I think it's like the acidic level of coffee that is really what it's about, because there's caffeine in everything. I mean, Diet Cokes are some people's source of water.
Oh, I know.
Especially in that church. So,
hey, save it for you and the Lord. Save it for the jury. Right. I mean, it's tough. A lot of these customs are difficult to adhere to. They were concocted some time ago, and it's harder to keep them in the modern age.
There was I think it was John Kennedy that talked about how great the Mormons are. Let me see if I can play this here. This is John Kennedy talking about the Mormon religion.
Of all the stories of American pioneers and settlers, none is more inspiring than the Mormon Trail. The qualities of the founders of this community are the qualities that we seek in America, the qualities which we like to feel this country has: courage, patience, faith, self-reliance, perseverance, and above all, an unflagging determination to see the right prevail.
Wow.
Yeah, that's something. I mean, they've
talk about a PR move.
They had. I assume that he's speaking to a Mormon audience.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
because they had to reform the church several times.
Right, but to get John F. Kennedy to lay those compliments on your religion,
that was before the reformation of the church. I mean, they still didn't recognize black people and a whole bunch of other things at that time. Yeah, wild. I mean, now they stepped up.
That's wild. That's pre that's got to be early 60s.
That's what I'm saying.
What is that?
And guess who the last Democrat that the majority of Mormons voted for was?
Clinton.
No, JFK.
Oh, was?
Oh, yeah.
They didn't buy into Clinton? Is he breaking some of the norms over there, the Mormon church?
Even the new Mormon church still couldn't wrap their arms around it.
Yeah, didn't go with that. All right, Jay Leno's coming on at some time. That'll be cool.
Yeah, we keep talking about it. I hope it actually happens.
It will. It will. Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.